Hi guys, it's Mountain Prepper back for another video on different kinds of bug out bags. I'm more a casual prepper myself because I do mountain climbing and all that as in the mountain name, but I also do a bit of preparedness. That really comes with the hobby I do anyway, because you need to be prepared up in the house for any kind of um, scenario really. Um, so down here we have a small 30 litre rucksack. Um, I got this a couple of years ago up at when I was up at Fort William, climbing Ben Nevis, but we didn't go up because Bushcraft Prepper was sick that day, so we couldn't go up. Supposedly of a bad fish and chips. Yeah. Anyway, that's the school bag I used anyway. So we can ditch this one. Ditch that. Right. So we're moving on to my bag I use now for going up the hills for short periods of time, maybe a day, a couple of hours a day at the most. This is the Low Alpine Vector 6, Vector 30 litres, sorry, but my school bag is a 30 litre and it's not much 30 litre, that's probably on the lower scale of 30 litres. This is probably a maybe 35 litre, 40 litre, bordering that, because I can get a lot of kit in there, as for the Orbiter I couldn't. So there's compression straps on the sides here in a mesh pocket where my hand is, and on the other side as well here. This is holding my walking poles because I'm going up in Nevis tomorrow for a charity event to raise money for St Andrew's Hospice. But I've got some hand sanitizer, and if I release them, I can take my walking poles out. I'm going to put them to the side. Right, moving round to the front here, the back, I've got two shoulder straps here and here. As you can see, there's a bit of bungee type material here to put a carabiner or a spinner on. Here and here, there and there, there's clamps, and you can just move them out. I've not tried it yet, but you can move them down here or down here depending on your size and all that. There's a sternum strap here which is attached to this bit here. It's got an emergency whistle on it, so when you're in trouble. One thing about these is when you're up in the hills and all that, don't do it for fun, because someone could take it seriously and call mountain rescue, and it costs quite a lot of money to send them out as well. But it has no waist strap, but I'm hopefully going to go onto Amazon and buy myself some straps and some foam like material like this, but at the moment it'll do. Moving to the top, there's a handle, and then there's a pouch here, here and here, and at the front there's some holes here. I don't know what you would put in there, but I think they put that on for aesthetic purposes. Moving on to the second smallest compartment of the bag at the front here. This is where I keep my warm clothes like hat, gloves, buff, which is like a scarf. So there's this pocket here that probably could contain a map in there, and in here is a mesh pocket to put valuable things or compasses and all that. I've got some trail mix there, some jelly babies, and some more trail mix, and some oatmeal and raisin cookies. This is a big pouch compared to the Orbiter, which is down there. So that's why I don't think this is 30 litre rucksack. This would probably do for a get me home kit if you were out in a car, and disaster might happen. Like a couple of years ago, it was really bad snow, and loads and loads of people got caught out on it. This is the type of bag that could probably hold warm clothes, a stove, some ration packs, some canned food, stuff like that to get you through the cold night. Um, Moving on to the bigger compartment now. I have my Gore-Tex Berghaus jacket in here, but that's what I wear up the mountains and all that. There's nothing. Here it's a folding seat, a sitting mat from Mountain Warehouse. Really cost me about £2. But it's a good bit of kit. Cause if you're sitting down for extended periods of time, maybe an hour or so, your bottom gets a bit cold, as me and Bushcraft Prepper were sadly prone to do. In one of his videos, if you want to go and check him out, he's been a friend since primary school, and we've grown up close together. But we're down at one of the country parks, quite big country park down at our area, and we I had a poncho that my dad gave me, so I tested it out and it worked well. But I got my Berghaus jacket from Field and Trek for £150 from £210. Real bargain because it's ripstock and Gore-Tex Pro. These trousers are from Berghaus, but they've got a different membrane, aqua membrane, but I don't think it's as good as Gore-Tex. So moving on to the smaller pocket in here, if I can get into it, has my specs, my sunglasses, and some Kendall mint cake. Okay, that's that, and there's a small lanyard on this one. Right, so moving on to my bigger rucksack, my extended period one. So this one would get me home from wherever I was to get this one. This one would have my sleeping bag, poncho, tent, that kind of things in here. But now it's just storing my couple of warm layers. But I need to get it sorted for whenever the day comes. So it's the Sherpa 60 plus 10 litres rucksack. It's a good rucksack. I've had it a couple of times out when it was the really cold wet weather to put more warm layers in. So this is what I take up the hills. I'll be doing a longer video on this bag particularly. So move that to the side. And here I have my Get Me Home kit, which I'll do a further video on it. In the meantime, it shouldn't be. I put more stuff into it and all that. So yeah, that's me. And adios, guys. I hope to see you in another video. And any comments, I would love to hear them. So cheerio.